Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, it's always hard to gauge the true worth of Jordan Henderson, as he's not the type of player you can measure in terms of goals and assists. He'll be the brains in midfield, trying to provide the creative input for players up front whenever possible.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And he's quick to snatch it back. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Jordan Henderson. Vasco da Gama finding their passes, and he's got the beating of his man. Oh, there's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Vasco da Gama with the corner, there first. And it's been taken short. In towards the back stick. Nice interception, well timed. Cruzeiro are looking to go forward now. He's picked his way through. That's a little off target. Looking for options for movement. Cannavaro. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Tonali is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple...
Real chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And this is Van Basten. That is a great pick out. And he's managed to get free. The ball has bounced loose now. It's a really well-measured ball. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through. Well read. And the danger is averted. No goals as yet. Neymar. Referee's given a throw. And here's Neymar.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Martinez getting this one clear. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to...
Mbappe! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
And that was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well-timed, excellent interception. Bellingham. That has been slung wide. Lovely pass. Shoots! Oh, it's full! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And it's Henderson. Neymar. Oh, shooting chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. Mbappe gets into a good position. And that's not going to reach. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game.
Vasco da Gama couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Jordan Henderson. Hernes. Spread out to the left. No, he's overshot the green. Now it's Neymar. Now it's Van Basten. Played out towards the right wing. He's found a way through.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Tries a shot! Another save.
Great stop from the keeper. That was something else. He's definitely coming out on top at the moment.
This possibly the last play of the half. That's the keeper's ball. Neymar. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, both sides have been full of effort, industry, endeavour, and the stats are screaming good things at us. So it's been a very good watch for the neutrals so far, and I'm really looking forward to what's to come in the second half. This could get unpredictable.
So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Short changes him with that pass. He's a sharp little ball here. It's come to nothing. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Brilliantly cut out.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Distributed tidily. Now it's Messi. That is ended up in no man's land. And that has sent him sprawling. And he's going to be disappointed with... Applies the finish! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Kukçu brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Somewhat off target. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. That looks a decent ball. Oh, good take and a big chance! Cristiano Ronaldo! A class apart! Out on his own! A finish of true class! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
That could spell trouble. And this is Ronaldo. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? Cruzeiro present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Martinez looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Vasco da Gama are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicked it back promptly. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Cruzeiro clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cruzeiro perhaps contemplating their next change here. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's in on goal! He's gone for goal! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now. All of a sudden, this one's totally up for grabs.
Passing is crisp and sharp, and this is Ronaldo.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, good-looking ball. Nicely intercepted. Can he get it through? Nicely weighted ball. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cruzeiro can't breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Substituição em andamento.
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Spread it left. Cruzeiro could have here their final chance.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Howson is there, and he can get that clear. And he's had a hit! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Albert Ferrer clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that is a good ball to find him.
Cruzeiro really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, this looks sharp. Knocks it into space. He has found the way through. Decent chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Tries to play it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Rijkaard. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Chance, surely! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! So that's it, it is all over. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Cruzeiro finding their passes. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Endrick. Kukcu reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he looks like he's raring to go here.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Kukcu. Cruzeiro appearing to have the better of things in these early exchanges. Nice control. Oh, shapes to shoot! And he's managed to get rid.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Mbappe.
This is the time you need that pace.
Just eases him off the ball. Tonali, that's a good ball out wide. Messi has it out wide and in space. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Scholes, and he was quick to react. So it is still 0-0. Now it's Mbappe. He's on it, can he get away? He could be in here. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Great chance here from position A1.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
Beckham! Oh, good-looking ball. Mbappe. Searching pass he's played there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Now it's Scholes. Kukcu. Beckham does really well to win the ball there. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely just... And a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Cruzeiro with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Endrick. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Quality ball.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Albert Ferrer. And it's Rice. And that has left him in a heap. And that pass just didn't quite work. Played out towards the right wing. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Tonali. Now that's well seen too. Mbappe. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Scholes. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Threads one in. Ambitious ball here. Neatly clipped into space. Could be danger here. Beckham. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Tonali. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely shaped ball. Well read. Nice interception. He's away. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Kukçu. And he's intervened well there. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And we hit half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break. There's the start of the second half.
Cruzeiro have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Beckham. Well, that looks a decent ball. Kukçu. Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Engages and forces him off the ball. Shot, surely! Oh, crossbar! And again! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Stood up well to him there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that's gone route one.
Cruzeiro have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Cruzeiro looking to pass their way through. Oh, this is a great position. Takes a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Numero 11.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Cruzeiro can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So the first moment of real significance.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid.
Shot at goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Short changes him with that pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's being shifted off it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pass just lacking in accuracy.
That's going in strongly.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Now it's Mbappe. Filippo inside, and he shoots! Really well taken goal. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Endrick. Mbappe. Brilliantly cut out. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Tonali stood his ground strongly. That's been drilled forward and nicely intercepted. Probing pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. It's a searching pass. Oh, well measured. And that should get the job done. And that is as far as they're going to go. Aimed beyond the defence. He's shifting through the gears here. Kante can get it clear. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
That has ended up in no man's land. Time and again they are repelled. Albert Ferrer. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Rice, and it's Inzaghi. No, that's been intercepted. Scholes, out towards the flank.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That has not gone well. Oh, good spread. Rafinha.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's found a way through. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Mbappe is herring after that one. And that is as far as it goes. Cruzeiro can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So it's down to business here. Fofana, some of his... And a chance! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! That is a gem! An absolute gem! The ideal start!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted. accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, that was vital.
Such good technique.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's Zico. Oh, that's a chance for a shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. He rises! And that's caused a worry or two. Messi. Searching pass he's played there. It's played through for him. Chance, surely! No mistake! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Camisa 11.
Cruzeiro are doing very nicely, thank you.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Van der Vaart. Knocks it into space. Zanetti. 2-0 ahead already. It's been an almost perfect start. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Distributed tidily. Roberto Carlos gets a good foot in there. Albert Ferrer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Cruzeiro can now introduce the first of their substitutes. It's just beyond his reach. That has been cut short. Roberto Carlos elects to cross. That has been slung wide. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And that could set him on his way. Zanetti. Can he get on the end of this? Tries to play it through. And the shot! Oh, it's come loose. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's hoisted clear. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Zico really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Khan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Cruzeiro making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around, and he's managed to get free. Climbs up big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Petit. Gattuso. Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Tonali does really well to win the ball there. Cruzeiro looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Oh, this looks sharp.
That was lovely, that.
Just eases him off the ball. Petit. And he's there to retrieve it. Zico is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he cuts out the supply. Oh, what a climb! Just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
It's a throw-in. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Tonali. Adams gets a foot in here.
Foram indicados
No,
2
not
minutos
quite
de
on the same
acréscimo.
wavelength. Zico. Corinthians have reclaimed it. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Cruzeiro sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Substituição.
That gets things going for the second half. And he decides to cross it. And he's cut it out. Threads one in. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, this is a great position. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Cruzeiro do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Corner number 2 then. Cruzeiro have the chance to go the other way. Real chance! Messi. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. And this is Messi. Great chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. And that gets things running.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well,
And it's been... Goes for a shot! Damian. Modric. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Can he get it through? Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nakata, he's in a good position here. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. And it's Inzaghi. Ball's gone out of play. Filippo Inzaghi, and he's running through. Ricci. Costa Curta, looking to play him in. McTominay. Dovbyk, he's picked his way through. So it is still 0-0. Ricci. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Dovbyk. Dovbyk goes steaming forward, threads one in.
Dovbyk really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Openda! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Milan finding their passes. That ball looks a good one. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Rabiot. Half an hour played now. Oh, that's well spotted.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
There's the shot! Oh, split second reaction.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And here's Openda. Now it's David. Great, he's having a shot!
He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Milan with the corner, they're first. And a chance! It's a loose ball. Pulisic. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. Ricci, played out wide, played back into the centre. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Might be danger. Shoots! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Looking for a runner. Nakata.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Tomori gets over and intercepts. Now it's Dovbik. Pinches it off him. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ricci. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And that has put paid to that. Nakata. Zanetti. Now it's David. Spread it left. Ricci. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14. Modric.
Here we go again.
Lascia il campo per il numero 17.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Passing nice and neat. Now this could be a chance. Baresi. Milan do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Costa Curta. Short changes him with that pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Pulisic goes on a charge down the left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. You have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's David. Openda is onto this. Milan still this single goal behind. Time and again they are repelled. McTominay. Milan looking to pass their way through. Zanetti. Ricci. Now it's Openda. And the counter is on. He's found a way through. And it's Zanetti. Costa Curta. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Tries to pass it through. And he's searching through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Big chance! There's a goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Milan grabbed the equaliser. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rabiot. Well, what about it? Milan are taking this to full distance. Terrific stuff. That looks a good ball through. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Openda. He's away, takes a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And the finish! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it, he will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Milan get themselves into the lead. Chips it through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Nakata. Well, that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Inzaghi. Zanetti, a picture of focus and alertness. Costa Curta. And it's lofted through here. He's had it taken off him. Rabiot really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help.
Can he finish? And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Milan grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. De Ketelare. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.